For our game, we first start on the menu screen, which has the following 4 button options. Once the play button is clicked, it will load into a text cutscene. This cutscene explains the story and context of the game before the player jumps into the world. We wanted to set our theme of the story related to current events so that players could feel a little more relation to the story. So we decided to base our story about a virus that has caused an uprising of zombies into the world. We first dropped the player outside on a forest hilly terrain. As soon as you land, we wanted to make the user feel immersed into the world as soon as possible, and so we included things like dust particles, as you can see floating towards the player's view, and we added things like animation of the grass surrounding the user around the hilly terrain, hoping to provide more depth, and we even used a gradient of shades of colour for the grass, all supplemented with what aimed to be an eerie, strange and almost frightening background music. All elements were added to set the tone of the game for the user before they begin. As you can see, there are 2 zombies currently in front of the user right now, however they were stationary. We coded them in such a way that they will not attack you unless you are within a certain proximity of them. If you were to approach them, they will start to chase you, and if they reach you, they will attack and or they will deplete your health bar. We animated the health bar to indicate to the user of the current health status. If this health bar reaches 0, you get taken to the lose screen where you can choose to play again or return back to the main menu. A lot of time and effort went into showcasing the realism aesthetics of the game, gun mechanics and animation of the game. With research on gun recoil, we implemented different recoils for different guns depending on the bullets being carried. As you can see here, the guns display recoil. Another aspect to the guns is the reload animation. We really wanted to make the players feel like this was a real FPS game, so tried to implement the necessities of any good FPS game. Which is why we also implementing a function in minimap, which you can see on the top left corner, and also display the ammunition per gun. To stay away from a boring / simple terrain pathway for players as they travel through the terrain, we made sure to add a curvature, a simple design element, but one that will give more sense of depth to the world than if we kept a simple straight and open player pathway. By doing this, we also were able to build some anticipation for the player, as they cannot see beyond the curves. We also tried to strategically place some zombies, such as right here behind the front door, to catch players off guard and provide a more of a challenge with the element of surprise. Throughout the map, we have placed pickup icons for the player's gun ammunition. These icons are animated and placed around the map that will become a crucial element in surviving this game. We also animated them in hopes they will stand out more to the player. For the laboratory of our game, we used assets from the store to create and implement our own designs, using the Unity tool Pro Builder to create our buildings. We tried to design the first room with as much variation as possible, from the different props placed, lighting used, and even floor levels. Props included railings, boxes, support pillars, pipes, generators, and other industrial laboratory related items you would expect to see in a laboratory. The health bar is also an important function within our game. When hit, we animate it so it's decreased, but also implemented a design where the color changes in accordance to the amount of HP left. We wanted to give cues to the player to indicate the level of danger they are in more than one way. Building, we went with a maze-like design. We wanted there to be a more uncertainty / tension for the user as they made turns on each corridor. You will also notice the use of red colored spotlights, with the intention that it could act as almost an indicator to the player to signify that there is a dangerous scene we are entering and that they are nearing the end of the game. If one is successful in choosing the right path in the maze and surviving the wrath of the zombies, they will find the cure, and that will transfer the player to a new screen to notify that they had been successful and won the game.